staying in your lane. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zaire. Today's video is one that I feel like I should have made a long time ago, and that is all about staying in your lane, or essentially remaining unbothered by those around you. And by those around you, I don't mean like the positive and uplifting people around you. I mean the negative, toxic haters, the people who want to bring you down, who see your light and want to leech off of it, essentially. So I feel like there are three main takeaways for staying in your lane and remaining unbothered. And the first one is to stop overthinking. I feel like when you overthink, you can overthink yourself out of many good things, and I find that most of us tend to do that. Instead of doing, we're thinking, and if you're thinking, you're stuck in your head, and if you're stuck in your head, no action is taking place. In order to see results and to see the changes that you want, you have to do. And if you're not doing and you're simply thinking, nothing is going to change. Your environment, your headspace, your growth as an individual, you're going to remain stagnant and stunted, which I have been. I feel like it's a never-ending battle, and it's something that we constantly go through no matter what phase of life we're in. It's something that we constantly have to be proactive about. We feel like we often come up with worst case scenarios when we don't have to, because the worst case scenarios that we think in our heads doesn't actually ever come into fruition. Overthinking, just start doing, learn, and in order to learn, you have to do. You have to learn by trial and error. You have to make mistakes. So yeah, get out of your head and just do the things that you're thinking about and see what happens. Honestly, see what happens. Someone once told me that the worst thing that can happen is death. Either death of you or death of someone else. And unless you're gonna die or you're going to do something that could result in someone else dying or being badly injured, if worst case scenario aren't those types of things, then the worst thing that could happen is it just doesn't work out. And once you know something doesn't work out, you can move on from it, and no longer will it be occupying your headspace or living rent-free in your head. So yeah, stop overthinking and just do. The second way that you can remain in your lane is to stop caring. And when I say stop caring, I don't mean like stop caring about your health and the health of those around you and like people you love and just things that you should care about as a good human being, but I mean stop caring about the opinions of others, the opinions of people that don't even know you, the opinions of people who do know you but aren't living the life that you want to live or aren't helping you get to where you want to be. So when I say that, I don't mean to like be malicious. It's never to act from a place of malintent, but to not limit yourself in what it is that you're doing because of thoughts and opinions that you feel like some people outside of your body will have on to your life. Honestly, think about it like this. As much as you overthink and think that people are thinking about you, every single person on this world mainly are having the exact same thoughts. Everyone thinks that everyone is thinking about them and their lives and their actions and what they said or how they said it more than anyone actually is. And once you get that through your head that everyone else is in the same headspace of thinking the world revolves around them and this is their reality, you're gonna care a lot less, because we're all navigating our own lives, we're all navigating our own struggles, and we're all trying to focus on ourselves and like how to get and be the person that we want to be and live the lives we want to live. More often than not, no one is really thinking that much about you. And I don't say this in a bad way, I say it in a good way, meaning that I feel like we don't allow ourselves enough room for mistakes and errors to be made because we feel like we're under a microscope being watched, and we're not. No one is looking at you that intently except yourself, and we need to allow ourselves way more grace period with the room we allow ourselves for errors and mistakes, because that's what life is. Life is not about knowing what to do. No one knows what we're doing. We're all trying to figure out, everyone is trying to figure out their own life. So once you realize that no one has it figured out, or no one came out with a book or a list telling them this is how you live life, like follow X, Y, and Z, no, that's not how life is. Everyone is learning by trial and error, and once you learn and accept this, you'll realize that there is no way to become successful unless you have many, many, many failures. And think about this. Once you try something and it doesn't work out, you no longer have to have it in your mind of, well, I don't know if this is going to work out, and it's occupying headspace. Instead, you'll be like, well, I did try that and I hoped that it would work out, but it didn't. So I would think we would all be on the same page of saying, well, I would rather know what doesn't work out than wonder if it does. Does that make sense? Like, you see where I'm coming from? Like, it's better to know than to not know and wonder is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, stop caring. Care about what matters, but don't care about things that don't matter. Or what's even the best way to say it, I feel like, is stop caring about things that are out of your control, which I think a lot of us do, and we all have to work on this. But if it's out of your control and nothing that you are going to do or could do will change it, it's like, it should not be occupying headspace. Like, keep living your life and trying to be and get to where you want to be, but stop caring. So yeah, keep it simple, keep it sweet, stop caring. Give yourself more grace with making mistakes, because you won't learn anything unless you start doing. One of the last tips that I have is to just start living life, and living life means making mistakes, leaning into your relationship with failure, trying things out and trying them again and again until you realize that it's just not going to work out. There's no harm in that. But yeah, understand that we're all on this journey. And I say that and it's like, okay, everyone says we're on a journey, we're all trying to figure this out, but we really are. Like, if you look at the adults around you that you thought had everything figured out, I promise you, the older and older you've gotten or will get, you'll realize, like, whoa, they're still trying to figure out their stuff. Like, even people in retirement homes are trying to figure out, like, what am I gonna do because I'm bored? Like, am I gonna go play bingo? Am I gonna go golf? Am I gonna go ride a golf cart? Am I gonna bake? Like, what am I gonna do? What's next? Everyone is always trying to figure out what's next for them until there is no next. So embrace that reality that you're never going to come to a resolute answer for what it is that what you want to do, or where it is that you want to be, or what your life will look like. Because once you get to that spot, once you get to that job, once you get to that place, that level of comfort, you're going to want more. And that's what being a human is all about. We constantly have this desire to want more and to do more and to better ourselves. So there's no ultimate perfect version of us. We are constantly working towards that until our last breath, essentially. So I feel like you will constantly be working towards something forever, and I feel like we often forget that. So yeah, that's what I mean by staying in your lane, not overthinking, and honestly focusing on yourself. All that I can say is to focus on yourself, and of course focus on those around you, but you need to focus on yourself and make yourself the best version of you in order to really be able to help those around you. I'm still navigating staying in my lane and remaining unbothered because life is hard. People come in and out of your life and shake things up, which is good. It's healthy. You shouldn't be at a level of calm forever, I don't think. You constantly want to be able to grow and evolve and adapt. But yeah, navigating adulthood is very difficult. If you're a kid, I'm sure you're not watching this, but if you're a kid, enjoy your childhood for as long as possible, because once you become an adult, you're an adult forever, and the challenges become more and more difficult as time goes on. You gain more responsibilities, and life is just hard, honestly. Or it can be. It doesn't have to be, but it can be. It really can be. But once you stop trying to fight life and stop trying to fight the hurdles that come your way and instead try to solve them, you're going to be bitter and unhappy and dissatisfied. Lean into yourself and listen to your own thoughts and your feelings and your gut. Your gut is your best friend, and when you stop fighting it and stop fighting the voices of reasons that you have within yourself, is when life will become so much easier. So that's what I really am trying to get across when I say stay in your lane and remain unbothered, because if you're letting all of these outside influences influence the life it is that you live, you will never be satisfied and you'll always feel unsettled. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you would like to comment down below where's your life, how are things going. I'd love to know. If you're struggling, I've been there, we've all been there. We can reminisce or we can talk about it together. I know everyone is going through their difficulties, no matter what that looks like, but with this channel, I've always aimed to create a community where you all can feel comfortable talking down below and having that dialogue back and forth. I know I personally love talking to you all this way, but I also really do appreciate when I'm able to comment back to you all. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. I hope I was able to help you in some sort of way. If you like these types of videos, I would love to continue making them. They can be a bit difficult to film because they're not like the most uplifting topics of conversation at times, and they can bring stuff down, but that's never my goal. My goal is to try to help everyone going through things like this, because I've gone through things like this. I'm still going through things like this, and if we could all hold hands while we navigate life, I feel like life would be so much easier, which is why I make these videos. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. If you're having a difficult day, I hope it gets slightly better. If not, it makes a complete turnaround. But yeah, go outside, get some fresh air if you can. Smile. I know that I saw a scientific study that said even if you're unhappy and depressed, the act of smiling itself makes the human body create happy hormones. So yeah, I hope this video is able to bring you some solace if you are going through a difficult time. But I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you all have a good one. Bye.
Talk to me.